Hello world, my name is Ihor, and this is another episode of Beats from Scratch. And today we're gonna make techno on the Electron Analog Rytm Mark II, but with one limitation. I'd like to use only factory samples and no analog synth engines. Sounds interesting, let's do it. So this is a brand new project, and first of all I'd like to go into the scale mode and change it to advanced and length into the infinite and change to 64. This allows us to have different amount of pages per different track, and tempo is gonna go into techno territory, 139. I think it's fine. And yeah, let's start with our kick drum. But first of all, let's switch all the synth engines off, so that we have only sample engines triggering. And we're gonna start with our kick drum over here. So factory kicks, let's find it. Yeah, we can use this one. Let's put 4 on the floor and listen to it. Overdrive. And then amp envelope. I like this dirtiness to stand out a little bit. And now I'd like to use an LFO as one shot, as like an envelope, and go into the overdrive so that we can overdrive a beginning of a sample. Yeah, this is too much. Like this. Nice. So the next thing, I'd like to go and create an open hat. So let's find the open hat here. So we have the hats here and open 909. I'm not gonna even check the others. So let's use the 909 one. That's gonna work for sure. Yep. Just creating a simple beat. Yeah, like this. Lower the velocity. And then let's have it once per 2 iterations. Yeah. And maybe we can send it a little bit into reverb. But let's go up front into the reverb and make it longer, remove the shelf and make it a little bit darker with the filter. Now it's way too much, of course. Just a little bit, so that it creates kind of a little texture. And let's go and create some kind of bass tom for our rumble, and let's try to find something tight for the tom. So toms. Oh, there is tight one. Let's use this one. So filter, tune it down. Remove the first part of the sample where the transients is, and then let's do this. Amp envelope. Overdrive. And I'd like to set it just simply like this. Yeah, that works. Maybe send it into reverb. I actually like it. Okay. I think hat is too loud. Nice. Let's go into the effects and set a little distortion at around 20 so that we have everything more loud and saturated. Yo. Okay, I like it. And now I'd like to continue with a synth, but we're gonna use the single cycle waveform, which is awesome. So waveforms over here, and Rytm has quite a few. And yeah, let's use the Sawtooth Wave C2. So basically, this is not single cycle waveform, just a couple of cycles, but if you set loop over here, it's gonna sound like this forever, because we have infinite release. But if we do it like this, so we have our release going, let's overdrive it a bit and utilize the filter. So what I would like to create here is following. I can create 2 pages. On the first one, I'm gonna set just one trig and set it into the 16 steps length. So it's gonna be just one whole note long. Yep, like this. But we have to open the filter a little bit. I think rumble is taking too much of space. Yeah. Let's send it into reverb, the synth one. Yeah, like this. And into delay. And delay, let's make it ping pong a little bit, or bouncing actually, and darker. And into reverb as well. Now, if I go into here, into the LFO and amp panning, so let's mute stuff. Yeah, let's leave this one. So, panning. Let's listen to what it is right now. Yeah. Like this. Maybe faster. What if... Nice. Just want it to move a little bit. Maybe it's too much. Then, whenever I work on the synth sounds for my tracks, I think about how I'm going to perform this synth. And whenever you're working with a synth, you usually perform with a filter. So let's listen to what we can do with a filter here. So if we lower it down, so I'm basically testing it, right? Yes, it's quite good. Then we can also use the envelope and perform with it as well. Okay, that will work. Let's find the closed hat, and I'd like to have something metallic so that we're gonna go a little bit into the industrial territory. I think this will work, but we need to tune it down a little bit. Yeah, like this, and make it shorter. What about sample position? Just remove this first clicky transients. And yeah, let's program it simple like this. Maybe this one can happen sometimes, and maybe this one can also happen sometimes, and this one as well, and this one too. And if we go into the LFO, I'd like to go around with the tune of a sample, but tiny touch. So basically sample tune Fine tune, maybe. Let's go with fine tune. And then we're gonna go into the slow territory of LFOs and listen to that. Yeah, exactly this. But that's too much. Maybe just... Yeah. Maybe it's a little too loud. All right, let's go into the clap. Let's find a clap sound. So, snares. Maybe snare. This one. This one will definitely work. Maybe we can have just one at the last... No, sample is horrible. I don't like it. Let's change it to something different. Maybe rim shot. I don't know. Maybe what we can do is overdrive it significantly. Let's also pan around the heads a little bit. The closed one into the left, open one into the right, just slightly. Maybe we can add another synth, or maybe a sample actually, not the waveform, but a sample. So let's go into the extra. Maybe this minor chord will work. Nice. Also lots of reverb. Yes. Maybe you can overdrive it a little bit. Nice. Maybe we can add some other percussion as well. Let's try to find some. Sounds on the Analog Rytm, the samples on Analog Rytm aren't as good as ones on the Digitact. Of course, because it's a synthesizer, first of all. Industrial dark, yes. And then we have industrial heat, light, metal. All right, so we've got some. Let's use industrial dark. All right, so So that can work as this, but let's also remove, yeah, like this, all the low frequencies. And maybe we can tune it down. Yo. Yes. What else? So we have this, and this. So we didn't cover the snare drum, and I'm not going to utilize these 3 tracks because they chop the rest, and I don't want to chop the synth or the rim shot that I have here. Anyways, so we have this not covered, and I think we can call it a track. So let's do it. So let's find, there was this another instrument or industrial thing. Maybe we can try this one, but so that it happens. Nice. And now in the LFO, we can go into the amp panning, select the random one, sample and hold, darker, lots of reverb, just like a random kind of percussion generator. And let's also trigger them not as often, like maybe third time, like 33%. And maybe we can do the same thing here with the LFO going into the amp panning. And then we can have it random, sample and hold, like this. And let's make it a little quieter. This one too. So let's also go into the compressor over here. And the way I utilize compressor is similar to the dig attack. So I try to go with sharp attack and sharp release, no threshold, maximum ratio, no sidechain whatsoever, mix 100%, volume doesn't matter that much. And let's listen. Maybe we can max out the volume. And then we have to, unfortunately, this one doesn't have the visual representation when kick pushes through the threshold. But I think tiny touch like this is enough. Another thing which we can do is performance. So I'm going to select the first track for performance and go into the effects, into the distortion, and put a little bit of distortion on the delay or overdrive delay. So this is an interesting one. Basically, whatever goes into delay will be overdriven, right? So like this. Then you can go back to normal. So basically I'm gonna go like fully wet for the delay overdrive, and then we can use the quick performance to do that actually while we are playing without going into the performance tab. and then we can utilize like this. Yeah, let's play it. you enjoyed watching this video and learned something interesting or new for you, or just had some entertainment. And this is really important to me. So the Analog Rytm is quite capable machine, even without the synth engines being in use. I really appreciate you. Until the next time.